and welcome back to Open. So, plants, fruits, vegetables, and other greenery have a wonderful impact on our world and in our home. And here to show us all about the benefits of having a green thumb is Harlem Grown. Harlem Grown is a nonprofit organization that aims to inspire the youth to lead healthier lives through mentorship and hands-on learning in urban farming, sustainability, and nutrition. And here to share more is the Harlem Grown's Advocacy Communications Director, Safiya, Raheem, and Institutional Giving Manager, Melani, Estevez. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for providing this beautiful centerpiece.
Yes, this is just a sampling of some of the produce that is grown on our farms.
Amazing.
Right in Harlem.
In Harlem.
Yes.
Farms in Harlem. That doesn't even sound right.
I know. But we are in the community and we invite people to come visit us. Everything that our farms produce, we give to the community for free at our weekly farm stands. But yes, we've got some basil, we have cucumber, carrots, lettuce, some peppers.
And so, all right, so walk us through a little bit of what this process looks like, right? So first, I want to know, how long does it take for these items to grow?
So it depends. So we do farming that's both soil-based and hydroponic. And so our tomatoes, our eggplant, that can sometimes take 1 to 2 months. With our hydroponic farming, typically from seed to when we're able to harvest is about 3 weeks.
Wow. All right. So, Melanie, I know you have a wonderful history with Harlem Grown, right? And perhaps you can even give us a little background on its evolution, because I understand that you started out as an intern.
Yes. So I started with Harlem Grown about 2 years ago as an intern during my last semester of college, actually. And honestly, I didn't know much about Harlem Grown. I was just as shocked as everyone to find out that there were farms in Harlem. But I quickly realized that I grew up fitting into the demographic that we serve at Harlem Grown, because we like to say that we have fruits and vegetables and that's what we're planting, but really what we're growing is children and the community. And I felt that myself during my time as an intern and during my evolution to institutional giving manager. I can say that as an intern and growing up, I was very quiet. I had trouble kind of speaking with people, and Harlem Grown helped me find a different version of me, I think the true version of me. And the way that they did that was through confidence and mentorship, and most of all, opportunities that were given to me that allowed me to grow into who I am today.
That's beautiful, right? I saw the seed just blossoming and sprouting. I mean, you just gave me the whole visual just in what you shared. That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's really what Harlem Grown is all about. So Melanie's story is unique in that she was given the resources and the opportunity to really take off and soar. But her story is not unique in that Harlem is filled with children who are brilliant and talented, but they don't always have the resources they need to be able to really fulfill those dreams and reach their highest potential.
And so, you know, when we speak about farms, right, just for our audience's knowledge, you actually have like 13 gardens, right, in Harlem?
We do. We operate 13 farms. So we grow
farms.
Yes.
She's like, not garden, it's a farm. We grow produce.
So I mentioned the soil-based and the hydroponic farming. We also have a mushroom chamber that produces mushrooms that are very popular in sort of meat replacements for plant-based diets. So like your oyster, your lion's mane. We also have a beehive, and so one of our farms is a pollinator lot where our bees are able to pollinate with the different flowers and produce organic honey for the community. We have chickens that lay eggs. I'm a native New Yorker, and I'm used to being a New Yorker where our wildlife are rats and pigeons, right?
Right.
So the fact that
shout out to our natives. I mean, you know, we gotta give a shout.
That's our version of wildlife as New Yorkers. So the fact that we have chickens that are producing free eggs for the community right on our farms is really special. But yes, we use this hands-on urban farming really as a vehicle to empower our children to fulfill their dreams and their potential. The way that we got started was our founder, Tony Hillary. He was volunteering at a Harlem public school. Across the street, he noticed that there was an abandoned garden. He decided, I'm going to reach out to the Parks Department. I'm going to, get permission to clean the space up. The children from the neighborhood saw him and said, how can we help? So they got it cleaned up, and one of the children said, well, why don't we plant something? And so that really is the beginning of how we started, and it's how we've remained to this day. Children feeling empowered to take control of their lives and of their community, and Harlem Grown really giving them the resources to be able to do that.
And just as a native New Yorker, right, an urbanite, as I like to reference us, how did you find this, and how has it served you in balancing out like the metropolitan lifestyle, right? Because I'm sure when you go into the farms, I was gonna say garden again, into the farms, it's almost as if though you're not in New York, right? Yes. Because there's a sense of serenity, and also the knowing that you planted something that you're going to grow and that you're going to feed not only yourself but a community.
Yes. I think growing up, green spaces were really inaccessible. I grew up in the Bronx, and major parks, you'll go to Pelham Bay, Soundview, but really other than that, there's not a space in your neighborhood that you can just go to and relax. And Harlem Grown gives that to the children in Harlem. Oftentimes, green spaces are inaccessible, policed in the city, and we provide a space where that doesn't have to be a reality, where you can go into this farm and be alone and be safe, and your parents don't have to worry about where is my child, is he in a safe space, and I really think that's beautiful, and I get to experience that not only for my inner child, but in my everyday work life.
So when you were in college, what were you studying?
I was studying English, so way off. But really, again, what drew me to Harlem Grown was not the green. It was the opportunity. It was what we were doing for the community.
Yeah, and also the knowing that you're developing the skill set of survival.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is a survival skill set. I mean, let's talk about it, right? During the pandemic, it was very questionable at some point whether certain things were going to be accessible in the supermarkets, and so to have the skill set to be able to manage to plant, grow, and manage, and even through the hydroponics, right? Because the hydroponics you can actually have in your home, right?
Yes. Absolutely. And so part of our youth empowerment and education programs, we have in-school programming, we run an after-school, we have a summer camp that's in full swing right now. And we're able to put grow towers into the classrooms where the children are. So even year-round, where things aren't necessarily growing from the soil year-round, children are able to still produce food with the hydroponic grow towers.
So let's talk about the programs. What do they look like, right? And is there a certain age bracket that you work towards?
Yes, so we work with children 5 to 18 years of age, but plus. Once you're with Harlem Grown, you're kind of stuck with us forever. But we have in-school programming that ranges from, kindergarten all the way through working with high school children. They get education that sort of spans the food process, like where does your food come from, the whole seed, to being able to eat it at the dinner table. They learn about the environmental impact that our food has. They learn about sustainability, and that's carried through our programs. So it's very similar in the after-school setting and in summer camp. Another sort of component of this is how to make healthy choices in the eating habits as well. So we do cooking demonstrations. We actually have a beautiful mobile teaching kitchen that can travel throughout the community, showing families how to prepare very easy, simple recipes that everyone will love and will want to eat and incorporate into their daily meals.
What an amazing cycle. I'm so happy that you guys are here and sharing it with our viewers. I mean, we went over the vegetables that are currently on the table, but I think it's important what you said, not only to be able to provide them, but to teach people how to cook them or how to prepare them or how to diversify them, right? Because that's the trick. It's like, oh, how can I make it taste different and look different? Just before we go, Melani, I want you to have the last word on just representing your generation.
Yeah, I think my time at Harlem Grown has definitely been a testament to the reality that low-income children can thrive, and we need to all gather together to give them the opportunity to. I think the last thing I would want to say is that one person can't do everything, but if we work together, we can all do something and make a change.
Bravo, bravo. And here's to feeding each other.
Yes.
Organically. All right, everyone. Safiya, Raheem, Harlem Grown's Advocacy Communications Director, and Melani Estevez, Institutional Giving Manager. Once again, Harlem Grown is hosting a fall harvest fair on Saturday, September 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 116 West 134th Street in Manhattan. For more information, visit harlemgrown.org. All right, stay tuned. Our Open Artist Spotlight is coming up next.